Hey everyone, so I know I've talked about this a lot in the past on streams and stuff, uh, about event prep, like prepping for a community day or something big like a Go Fest or one of those two kind of multi-day events. And I also have some links on my Discord server for tips and stuff for getting ready to them. But I kind of actually wanted to make a video and talk about and kind of show the whole process that myself or Mrs. Kapaz go through to actually get ready for one of these events. And we're going to go through it, and we're approaching Duskull Community Day. We're about a week out. Actually, yeah, just a week, 8 days, because it's Friday, 1 week before. So I'm going to go through my account, kind of go through the steps that I go through to get ready for an event. And hopefully maybe this will help other people get ready for events as well. So one of the first things I always recommend people do is just start up by doing like a bag clean your bag down to the lowest it can go with, and keep everything you actually want to keep. So usually I start with doing like my recent stuff. So you can go, depending on if you've already checked IVs and things like that, obviously do that first. If you want like PvP Pokemon, go through most of your 1-stars, because the majority of PvP Pokemon are going to be in the 1-star area. A few are 2-stars, but most of them are 1-stars. So after you IV check all your Pokemon, then you can start cleaning. So I'm going to go like 0 stars just to start. And what usually I do is, so you can do it the way of just kind of going through and just literally kind of tapping one at a time. This can take quite a long time, especially if you have quite a few Pokemon in here. Another thing you can do is just tap on one. This is kind of what I've started doing recently, is I'll go actually go age 0, because this is going to be all my recent ones, because I might actually have some stuff like collectible things that I actually want to keep in here. And so this is only going to give you, actually it's and age 0. Age 0. So let's do it that way. All right, so this is going to show all your recent ones you've just caught based on the last 24 hours. So I got 102 here. And then what I'll do is I'll actually click on one of them, hit select all. And the one thing I'll actually do is then I'll go through and I'll actually click out the ones I actually want to keep. Instead, because there's going to be less Pokemon you want to keep for trades or candy or something else than you actually want to get rid of that's just junk. So then I'll go through, and anything in here that I'm actually interested in keeping for either to trade to other trainers or to trade for distance to get XLs or stuff like that, then I'll kind of go through really quickly and clear those out. All right, so that's pretty much everything in there that I don't have any interest for myself right now, as far as XLs or trade to other people. And then you can just go ahead and transfer. All right, everyone. So we already did the 0 stars, and I've already gone through my bag and went through to see if there's anything with PvP IVs in there I wanted to hold on to. So now we're just gonna go in and do the full 0, 1, 2, 0, 1, and 2 stars right away. Again, I'm going to go age 0 because this is only going to be the recent stuff I've caught, the main things I want to clear out, and it's not going to actually get rid of anything that is deeper in my bag that I might actually want to hold on to for collections and stuff. So then what I'll literally just do here is I'll just select one, select all, and then I'm just going to go through it, and I'm actually going to deselect things I want to keep, because there's going to be less things I want to keep than I want to get rid of. And all right, here we go. So let's get rid of those. All right, so now that we've cleared out the recent stuff using the select all to make it a little easier, we're then now going to go through and get rid of the rest of the stuff that isn't kind of recent. And we're going to clear those out. These ones I still do by, I actually do these by hand. because it's obviously going to be mixed in with a lot of the stuff I'm keeping for trades. If I just go select all, that's going to be a whole ton of Pokemon to unselect. So this runs, I'll actually do it by manually selecting those. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to come back and we'll do it, and I'll talk to you after I'm done that, because I'm not just going to show you guys selecting Pokemon, because you all know how to select Pokemon and delete them. So I'll be back in a few minutes. Alright, so as you can see, I just eliminated almost 500 Pokemon from my bag. We're down to almost 2,500. We were at around 3,000 before we transferred all those 0, 1, and 2-star Pokemon out of my bag. So then the last thing I'll just do is we'll go do 3 stars, and we'll just see if there's anything else that's 3-star in here that we want to get rid of. A lot of these things, I already have hundos of them. So, yeah, so we can just go ahead and clean all these guys up. Okay, so we'll just get rid of all those. All right, so that should get us just below 2,500, I believe, now in our bag. All right, so Pokemon bag is now pretty much wiped out of all of our recent caught stuff. Everything else I'm in the bag is stuff I want to label for trades or for either to other trainers like Mrs. Catpaws, or things I want XL candy for, and I'll trade those for distance. Then the next thing you want to do is do a really good deep clean of your bag, because quite often you can find things that you've missed or that's been buried that you've just, after catching, they're just going to be stuck in your bag. So then the next thing I would suggest is to go through, this is what you call the deep clean. It can be very painful and slow, especially if you have a bag that's like, several thousand Pokemon you got to check through. But you can just go through, and quite often you'll find maybe some, why do I have, so many of this in here, and things like that. So go through your bag and do the deep clean. And then go through maybe all your legendaries and tag things. So some legendaries you might want to wait for double transfer hour. So if you want, like I have a tag, for example, I have a scrap tag. So anything I want, say for double transfer hour, I'll label it scrap. And if there is a double transfer event coming up before the event, I will save and transfer them then. It also depends, depending if what the event is, I will maybe just keep them through the community day if I don't need that much space. Because right now, I'm actually looking pretty good here because I have like 1,000 spots. So for a community, that's more than enough. If I was going to something like a Go Fest, I would definitely really deep clean down the bag, because quite often after the first day of Go Fest, there's going to be a lot of stuff you're keeping for maybe trades. And it's a lot of stuff to sort, so you want to have maximize your bag space as much as you possibly can. But for right now, this is pretty good. But if you're prepping for a major event, you probably want to go through everything by number. All right. So once you have your Pokebag basically cleaned down to everything you actually don't want for either PvE, PvP, trading, or your general collections that you decide you want to keep. Then you're going to move on to things like catching out your stack. Your stack isn't a set number. Everyone actually has a bit of a different stack. And you don't actually know exactly what your number is. All you know is you keep stacking Pokemon, and eventually you will start losing Pokemon out of your stack. So going into a community day, I highly recommend clearing out your stack and just starting fresh. All right, so now that we've cleared out our stack, after you clear out your stack and you've cleaned your Pokebag down basically as far as it will go, and you have as much space as you can, then you want to go on to your item bag and obviously clean out as many items you don't need. For myself, I only really use max revives and max potions. I don't really use the other ones. Sometimes, if I'm in the middle of doing raids and stuff, I'll reset my team. I'll use all the basic revives, and I'll use all the hyper potions that I get from the last raid, reset my team, and I'll just throw everything else out. But as a general practice, I only really use max revives and max max potions. So then going through your items, typically I keep myself a ceiling of 25 fast TMs, because that's all I really need is like 25, not 24. And then usually I'll keep myself now about 75 TMs. If you don't PvP, you probably can get away with closer to 50 or less charge TMs. Obviously, we're going to keep the elite TMs. If you have any stockpiles of rare candy, the best thing to do to store rare candy is in a mythical or a legendary. I'm putting them into deoxys because I'm converting them into XLs for deoxys so I can max my PvP hundo for Ultra League. Then keep going through your bag. So this is kind of where we're getting to what really kind of matters for community. So if you play with a gotcha or a Pokemon Plus, you're going to be using mostly red balls, so that is the main Pokeball you're going to want in your bag. And then I always keep probably usually between 3 to 500 Ultra Balls in my bag for handballing, because there are usually some things that are like like the rare shinies you see, or there's gonna be stuff you're gonna want to handball because you definitely don't want to lose that one. So keep some obviously keep Ultra Balls for handballing. Now, if you don't play with a gotcha or a Pokemon Plus, if you're a pure handballer, then you're pretty much going to want as many Ultra Balls as you can, and then probably top yourself up with maybe some Great Balls as well. But then Pokeballs, the red ones, don't really mean, so you would actually be the opposite and get rid of all your red balls and just keep Ultras and Greats. Obviously, get rid of all the berries you can and stock up on as many of the Pokeballs as you want going into the event. We'll talk a little about that later. The best way to get rid of berries is actually not throwing them out. Go to a gym you are currently sitting in that you do not have. You can do it with a gym you're already maxed at gold, but ideally you want to do it in a gym you still need points on, and feed the berries to the Pokemon in the gyms. This heals the Pokemon in the gym, and most importantly, it gets you 30 Stardust per berry, and you also have the chance to get a candy of that Pokemon's type as well. So this is the best way to get rid of your berries, but if you don't really want to, you can also just throw them out and stock up on balls. But I highly recommend this is a great way to farm extra Stardust. Alright, so once you get rid of feed all your berries down, you also want to kind of trim out your evolution items. For myself, I only keep about of these ones 2, like at all times. Like the chances of you getting multiple Pokemon at once that require an evolution item is going to be pretty rare, unless it's a community day that requires this item. Like, for example, Porygon community day, you wanted to have lots of upgrades already stocked up to evolve them, and Sinnoh Stones. But for regular, just kind of on hand, yeah, I only keep 2. I only actually keep 1 upgrade now, because really I already have Hundos and Shinies of Porygons, so I don't really need any more. So that's kind of what I keep from my bag status. And then assuming that I basically get rid of all these berries and get them pretty much down to like nothing, that's going to open up me to have a lot more bag space. And then you want to go and do what's called ball laps. If you have a gotcha or a plus, a gotcha is probably the best because you can do it. It's hands free. You can actually just go through like the densest, find the densest spot of stops and gyms you can, and you're just going to do laps. You can either run your gotcha and just take it off catches and just do loops of all the stops and gyms, either in a car and it'll just spin, 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 or you can obviously do walks and just walk around as well. But you're basically going to want to just do loops and laps of the densest areas of gyms and stops you have to load up and maximize as many balls as you want. And that's going to get you fully loaded up for the event. But yeah, that's kind of really what you want to do for an event prep. So deep clean your bag, deep clean both your bags, your item bag, and your Pokemon storage. Clear out your stack and get it ready to take in all those quest Pokemon, and you can just stack them up and you can catch them later. But that's really kind of how event prep goes. The other thing you could also look into is, because as you can see, like my Pokemon storage is 3,500 and my item storage is at 3,500 as well. You can actually go up to my max for items at 35. You can actually get your Pokemon storage up to 4,500. I highly actually do recommend to a lot of trainers out there. I know doing things like raiding is really, really exciting and fun, but you do not neglect your storage. Your item storage and your Pokemon storage is really, really important, especially when you go into these really big events. You want to spend your daily coins, grind your daily coins from gyms, and invest in storage space. You're probably going to want, especially if you're going to be a gacha player, you're probably going to ideally want minimum like 2,000 bag space, and probably minimum like 1,500 Pokemon storage space, which it doesn't take actually that long to get there. It just means you have to prioritize investing in your bag and your storage, which really helps with the long game and maximizing your play for these big events. So that's one thing I would also highly recommend, is investing your coins and investing them in storage space, because it really helps you out. Because the more storage space, the more things you can catch, and the more items you can hold. So that's kind of pretty much what I would recommend, the kind of what me and the missus do as far as Pokemon goes, getting ready for an event. There's just one other thing I wanted to go over for event prep for either community day or a bigger event like GoFest, is make sure you have a battery pack and cables to power your phone all day. This is very, very important. Last thing you want to deal with is a dying phone while you're still in the middle of an event. So make sure you have a fully charged battery pack and cables ready to go. Also, don't neglect your health and nutrition. Make sure you have something to drink, water, proper clothes, proper footwear. Because especially if you're out walking these big events, you don't want to get blisters and stuff and be uncomfortable, because it definitely takes the fun out of big events like community days, or especially like those GoFest and those other larger events. So also don't forget health and safety. So summertime, sunscreen, yeah, lots of water, take food breaks, and don't forget battery packs, cables, and everything else you need to play. So it's not just about prepping your bag and being ready to catch. It's also making sure you as a trainer are out there and you have energy and you're ready to go as well. Hope this was maybe kind of helpful. And yeah, let me know in the comments what you think. And I'll see you next time when I'm live for Go Battle League and other streams. So until next time, be safe, have fun, catch lots of Pokemon, and thanks for watching this video. Take care, and I'll see you soon.